not mad at that. And let's stick with this topic of kind of like travel and cars and things. Let's move on to hotel chains. Yeah, Black boys travel
Yes, we do.
a lot.
I'm over here
a lot.
sweating. I'm so
Sweating.
sorry.
He over here
Over trying to be cute on camera.
with his jacket on.
Yes, but I will be doing this throughout the show. It's hot in the studio.
Ain't nothing wrong. Hey, go ahead, pat it up. These lights, camera, action on you. So let's talk about hotel chains. I do a lot of traveling myself, and I'm not. A lot of people around me. I don't know why I attract these people that just love extremely extravagant things. Mm-hmm. When I'm very a simple, just give me a bed as long as the place isn't dirty. Give me a bed, a nice bathroom, because I don't spend much time in my hotel room. I'm sleeping or I'm that's all I'm doing in my hotel room. I'm not luxuriating. I'm not I'll get a super fancy hotel in town for a staycation if I want to luxuriate and sit in a big beautiful tub. I'll do that. But when I'm traveling, I'm all about my experience there. Mm-hmm. I'm about what we're going to do in the new town, what we're going to experience in the culture. I'm all about being out and about and experiencing the outside.
Because you won't be there no way.
Right. So I'm not a person that's ooh, my hotel needs to be bougie and luxurious. So I'm a comforting, I'm a raggedy old. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know about all that
raggedy.
now.
I'm not raggedy, but I'm not mad at a
Motel
clean. 8. I'm not mad at a clean Motel 6. A clean one, and you can tell. As soon as you walk in the room, what it looks like and what it smells like, if it's clean or not. So I will kind of lean this to you because I know you'll be like, oh, listen, I need my.
Hey.
You're more so into the higher end of things than I am. So I'd love to hear what your favorite hotel chain is and what you feel makes a hotel experience great.
So this is what I would recommend. Just how we spoke about the car rentals on the previous episode, I would say with this, I always recommend having a primary hotel chain and a secondary. Mm-hmm. So my primary is Hilton, mm-hmm. and then my secondary is the Marriott brands.
Oh, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not bougie, however, I do have bougie friends, so I'm a part of the Hilton Honors Group,
yes.
and I get really nice discounts.
Yes.
So basically, I'm paying the same amount for a Hilton property that I can pay for a Comfort Inn or a Motel 6 situation.
Yes.
Just so you know.
And this is a good thing, and this is for a lot of minorities, Black people, in terms of when you're traveling, because you can tell the vibe of a hotel chain, and so there's those other ones that I do not go to at all because I don't like the vibe there. Mm-hmm. But the Hilton brands and the Marriott brands, I will do. Mm-hmm. Now with Hilton, I am a Diamond member with them as well. And I love it. They come in, they say, hey, sir, they call me mister, we got your water, we have your stuff here. And I'm just like, oh, this is first class, Mm-hmm. It's just like being with Delta. I mean, mm-hmm. So it's all that is just kind of go together. I go to my room, your name is on, it looks just like this, your name is on the actual TV. Mm-hmm. It's just, you get a lot of amenities, you get free upgrades. You also get a lot of free rooms. Mm-hmm. I remember they had put me into a penthouse suite for free.
Come on, penthouse suite?
Yes, because I rent with them so often. And so this is the reason why I'll stay with Hilton for a while. Mm-hmm. Marriott is second because I do like the W. The mm-hmm. W is a nice hotel. Mm-hmm. And they have some good food there too. They got some cooks.
The W is real sexy like.
It is, especially the one in Atlanta. I like the ones in Atlanta. Now I will say this about Hilton. We're being real on the show. Mm-hmm. This is what we do here. We talk about consumer and business. I will say this, when I go to San Francisco, I do not like the hotels in San Francisco for the Hilton properties. Everybody's trying to be too glamorous, mm-hmm. and they're not giving you the glamours that is needed there.
Yeah, so the glam is there, but not the service.
Exactly, and so it's kind of snooty and snotty. Mm-hmm. There's been times I found hair in my bed multiple times. Ugh. And I told them, I said, I need to get new sheets, and sometimes the pillowcases are dirty and stuff. And with these hotels, and what a lot of people don't know, a lot of times these maids don't have a lot of time to do it, because I spoke to a few maids at some of these hotels. And they said they only give us like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes max. We have to hurry up and get done, so we can't get everything cleaned the way we want to get them clean within an 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
Or without getting dinged on their annual review or something like that. So it's like a catch-22 for them. They're trying to figure out how to balance it. But for me, if I see hair in the bed or something, that's a problem for me. Because with the properties in San Francisco, they would charge you, a hotel room is sometimes $400 a night. I said, well, you got to give me $400 a night service.
Listen.
I've seen some hotels that was only $100 and they gave better service than that. But the cooks is better, the people are more friendlier, and I don't have hair in my bed. And I've seen some where I had boo-boo stains on the toilet. I said, I mean, come on now. I said, y'all didn't clean this room. I said, there's impossible. So then I have to switch out, and then that's a whole nother process. You got to go back downstairs. They got to give you another key card. It's a lot of processing.
Yeah, I hate when I have to complain about my room.
Yeah.
I hate when I have to, oh, this isn't it. Oh, I don't have an ice bucket. Oh, I don't have these. Like, if you're paying above,
Especially $400 a night.
Yeah, if I'm paying above $150, there better not be nothing wrong with my room. I'm that person. Listen, don't play with my money, don't play with my time, and don't play with me.
Yes.
Play with Jesus.
He got all the time in the world.
He got all the time in the world. I'm trying to think of one of my worst.
Yeah, what is one of your worst?
One of my worst.
And good experiences as well.
My best hotel experience. Okay, so I did my 40th birthday just passed, and we went to. Thank you. Yeah, we went to Puerto Vallarta, and we stayed at a place called the Pinnacle, and they have like 3 different properties, and it's right atop of the hill, like from the beach. They're very nice, very, very nice. So they're basically like condos, and there's townhouses. We had like a 2-level loft situation that was all glass. It's beautiful. Again, it's called the Signature Pinnacle. I would check it out. So if you're going to PV, dope place to stay. What I loved about it was the service. They clean the room every day if you wanted it. If you didn't want it, you could just leave your thing on the door. They greet you as soon as you come in. They offer you drinks. They ask you if you need anything. Do you need us to hold your bags here while your room is being prepared? Because we got there kind of early. It was just such a great experience. And when you go to either like the rooftop or one of the public areas, they have towels for you. They're just so attentive. And I don't know if that's a PV thing in general, but the Signature Pinnacle, it was definitely a 5-star review for me. But one of my worst experiences, let me think. I think it had to be in San Francisco. It was in San Francisco. I'm not gonna say the name of this hotel,
I would.
but
So would.
because I don't want to say the wrong one because we were bouncing in between two. So what happened was, I did a reservation online because like it was a kind of a last minute thing that we were going to be staying. We were going to drive home, but we decided to stay. So this was probably like 7 or 8 at night. So I'm on their website trying to reserve, and it's just giving me problems. So I called the hotel, and she said there was a room available. And so I did everything I needed to reserve it. I think the room came to maybe 1:30 or something. So we get there, and there is no attendant. There's no attendant in the lobby. In the lobby, no sign, no, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Went to the bathroom, at lunch, nothing. So we sit there, we sit on their little couches, we just wait for a bit, because we're just saying, hey, just give them the benefit of the doubt. So 10 to 15 minutes go by, and then someone comes out from the back and just tapping on their desk, drinks their little water. They don't even notice that we're sitting on the couches right in front of their counter. So we say, hi, and they're just like, hi.
Fix it,
Nothing
Jesus.
else.
Fix it.
Nothing else. Nothing else. Hi. I'm like, hi. I called and reserved. Oh, okay. Okay, come. That's all right. We go through the process, get our keys, get up to the room. Total devastation. Like the what is it? The duvet cover is all like wrinkled, and there's usually they have like these kind of like runners that they go across the end of the bed. That's like off to the side and weird looking. We go into the bathroom. There's hair in the tub. There's a used bar of soap on the sink. Yeah.
Shame.
No.
Shame.
No. So I think that is actually what prompted my membership to the Hilton Honors Group, because I was like, I refuse to be this person.
Yeah.
So you really have to check reviews at hotels. Like
Yes.
once
Google.
we left the hotel, I actually checked the reviews, because I'd just be looking for, because I'm not the type of person to need a super high quality experience. I'd just be looking for a bed because we just need to sleep. But after we left there, I checked the reviews, and in the reviews, they said those exact same things that I found. So people, please make sure you're doing your research, make sure you are Googling, make sure you are Yelping and looking at the reviews of these hotels. Something that really bothers me, and a reason why I'm really interested and really pushing this show, is I want people to hear what experiences are really happening. Because there's a lot of businesses. There's a lot of businesses out here that are thriving and are terrible businesses. And I want people to understand to not continue patronizing these businesses, because if we stop patronizing these businesses, either number one, they will close, or number two, they will get their shit together and be better at their customer service.
Amen.
And then number three, it will give space to actual great businesses to receive the customers and clientele that they deserve. Because we definitely will be shouting out people that have really great service, especially in this town.
Your business.
Yes, your business. And in our next coming episodes, we will be inviting actual businesses to talk about their businesses, so you can really know what's going on out in these streets. There's a lot of small businesses, smaller boutique hotels, just services out here that a lot of people don't even know about, because they're not really on the ground and visiting and really patronizing businesses like we do. We're people that we go to restaurants, we get our nails done, we get massages, we go to spas, we travel, so we're always on planes, we're in rental cars, we're in hotels, we're all over the place. So why not give you the information from our mouths? And we're truthful. We're not what we believe in is being honest. And sometimes the honest truth sucks. It sucks sometimes,
Yes,
but
it is.
that's the way things need to be for things to get better. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave you guys with that. Make sure you're checking reviews. Make sure you are paying attention to the businesses that you are patronizing, because you don't want to just be giving money to a business that is literally just taking from the community and not giving the service back.
And to be fair, if we say something about your business or something, we don't mind you calling in or coming to the show.
Right.
We don't mind having a conversation about it.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't the way it seemed. Sometimes, people will take a camera, they will film something that happened at the hotel, and there's like, there was a little more to the story that happened there. This is why this happened the way this did.
Right.
We don't mind that. We're fine with that. So if you want to come to the show, and also if you're a consumer, you want to come to the show, talk about a product or service that's good or bad, and we will invite both parties on the show.
Absolutely.
That way it can be worked out.
Right.
And we know a lot of large corporations, they always send out the generic response.
Right.
Oh, from legal. Oh, we can't talk about this, and it's under investigation or whatever. Okay, that's fine.
Right.
But your product and service will be talked about on the show.
Absolutely.
But you're always invited.
Right, exactly. And playing devil's advocate, when we do have a bad experience at a place, who knows? That could be that one experience that was had. That could have been a fluke. But when you go back and Google and you see that that's not it, there's more to the story, So we would love to have feedback from not only people that have either had the same experience or the opposite experience, but the business itself. That's the idea. We want to get feet on the ground. We want you to know for yourself so you can have a good experience in life. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. So let's move on to another topic because me, myself, I'm a nightlife person. I'm a night owl. I am the night owl person. I be out in these streets. So I do everything from day parties to like your normal club hours, which is like from 10 to 2, but then I also do after hours. So at after hours, most of them are underground. They're either, at a warehouse or at an establishment that doesn't have like a curfew or anything crazy. But first, I really want to talk about some really cool parties that happen here in Los Angeles. A really awesome day party, which starts about like 5 p.m. This one, it goes like from 5 to 10. Well, actually, supposedly 5 to 8, but they usually go like 5 to 10 because the party be so good. And they'll be like, we're staying. The DJ's going to get back on. They're going to play some more songs. It's a party called Utopia. And it's house music. Oh my goodness. When I tell you, not only do they have great food at this place, they have great drinks at this place. The vibe is amazing. The service is great. The DJs are awesome. And the people that come are just great people. Great people. Most people that listen to house music are just happy people. But this particular party, it's thrown by people that are LA natives, and it's based around being part of a tribe. So if you go to their Instagram page, I think it's called Utopia Tribe. But not only do they throw parties, but they do events. So they do. Every Sunday, they do a party at the rooftop at Mama Shelter here in Hollywood. That's something you should definitely check out. Make sure you go on the website to RSVP first. Otherwise, you won't get in. But they also do events at Leimert Park. And they also do events at a park that's out in the valley, I think like near Balboa Park, where they give away food. Like they give away food and groceries to people that need it.
I need some food.
He overslept today. I had breakfast and I feel good.
I did.
But yeah, so things like that I really love for people to know about and support because they are supporting the community like nobody's business. When I tell you they play the best music, and so like I said, everybody at the party has good vibes, but it's not just one demographic. A lot of these parties that you go to, it will be mainly like kind of like one demographic or even like one age group. This particular party, you can see people from, because the space is kind of transitional. Like if you get there earlier, there will still be like kids in the space, and then you'll also like literally you will see ages 5 to 99 getting it like nobody's business, sweating their hair and makeup off and out and having the best time on a Sunday at Utopia, okay? So if you have not been to a good day party that gets your goat going, it's Utopia.
All right.
I support Utopia, goddammit. And moving on to a different time bracket, which is like normal club hours, my favorite evenings would be probably Thursdays and Sundays. There's, I would say, an area, not just a club, West Hollywood. Okay. When I mention West Hollywood, a lot of people are just like, oh, the gays. Very true. It's a gay area, and it's run by the gays. But still, straight people have a great time. Like straight people, straight and, other, them, they, everybody has a great time in West Hollywood because there's something for everybody. One of my favorite places to start at is Trunks or Gym Bar. The reason why I start there is the drinks are stronger and cheaper. And I'm all about pinching a penny.
Amen.
Even when I got it, I don't want to spend it, okay? I'd be like, I love looking at the way this looks in my bank account.
Yes.
Why am I just giving it out if I don't need to? My friends know me, like I'm all about an experience versus a high-priced moment. I'm like, is this experience gonna be good? Okay, I'll pay that money. But if I'm going into if I'm paying like $40 to get into a club to stand around and look at people, no,
Yeah.
that ain't for me. So again, I started like Trunks and Gin Bar. Both of them have great music. Again, the drinks are cheaper and stronger. They get you lit. They get your night started. And then usually people move over to the Abbey or Chapel.
Come on, Donna.
Yes, Donna.
Yes.
Donna Montel, baby.
She can play.
Listen,
She
Donna
can play.
Montel will get you together at the Abbey. So anytime you see that she's going to be spinning, you better be ready to get your life. Because she will take you anywhere from like hip hop to pop to the best EDM of your life. Okay, Donna will get you together and get you sweating.
And everybody will be dancing.
Dancing.
That's one thing you will
Dancing, we
guarantee.
love dancing. I hate a stand around ass
Yeah.
club. Ooh, I hate it. Ooh, it grinds my gears. Makes me so upset. So after people leave Trunks or Gin Bar, they'll move over to Abbey or Chapel. And then on Sundays, same thing. We start at Trunks or Gin Bar, and then we'll move over to Abbey for a little bit, and then we'll go over to Heart, which is an event called Legacy. Legacy is a black run event. The person who runs it, his name is Brandon Anthony. He's from New Orleans, so he usually brings that flavor. And it's usually the in crowd of the black and brown people. Sometimes he'll have celebrity appearances. They do that at Abbey as well, but usually at his clubs, it's more people that I know. It's usually like the reality people or the black people in music. Like your Amber Rileys or your what's his name? Todrick Halls, like your black young Hollywood celebs, they'll go there on Sundays. And for after hours, there's a couple of different parties after hours. So you can look up Lick and Dip, which is one of my favorites. It kind of started out of nowhere and blew up into this really big thing. So now they have like events several times a week. It used to be just, I think, Thursdays or Saturdays, but this event starts at like midnight and goes to about 5. And they have the best underground DJs there. It's more so like EDM, house driven, not so much pop. So it's more underground, and the people are dancing for their lives, taking their shirt off and sweating. This is everybody. It's not just like a gay party, or it's not even in a gay area. It's downtown, usually like in a warehouse. There's another after hours chain called the Midnight Society. They're my favorite by far because their parties aren't as large. They're a little bit more upscale and family oriented. So like when you get into their venues, like you immediately feel like you're at home and that you almost should know everybody that's around in the space. Great DJs. They also pick a lot of underground DJs that are bubbling under the surface and not just traveling the world and getting money everywhere, but like they're in LA and they've done their research. They know what kind of music to play. They'll play something that you've never heard before, but you want to Shazam for your life. And let me see. Is there another? There's another after hours party group of people. Well, I say person. You should look up, I guess, Kari Wood. Awesome. His parties are geared more toward the LGBTQ, trans, and everybody community, but it's more about being inclusive. Not that the other after hours parties are not inclusive. The other after hours parties are more geared towards straight people, but they welcome everybody. But Kari Wood parties in particular are firstly welcoming the LGBTQIA plus community, but then the straights are always welcome because we have friends all over the gambit. So those are my 3 picks for after hours. So if you're in LA, make sure you hit me up or hit up one of those parties. Any parties that you enjoy? You're not really a nightlife person though.
Not in America. I tell you, I don't party in America. I party like overseas. Like I would go party in PV, which is like the beginner's level. But you want to talk about some parties?
You talking about Brazil?
Brazil.
Listen,
When
Brazil will get you together. I haven't
have-
been yet. I've only seen videos, and friends have gone, and they're just like, listen, you need to go.
It's on a different level. You
need
pay
to
for what you. First of all, the tickets are not as expensive as the parties out here in America. So you know, I went to a few of the parties. Like Atlanta is where I really started partying a lot. And so there used to be this place called Club Opera. Club Opera was amazing. You talk about having a good time. This is before they changed the name. You know, clubs change their names frequently.
Yeah.
But Club Opera, it was like an experience. Everybody was there. Everybody was dressed up. Everybody was dancing. The drinks were good. I thought that was one of the better clubs. Our horrible club experience was Club Compound. Now,
Lord.
Club Compound, I'll go. I'm bi, so I go on both straight and gay night.
Same. Two bi guys. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm because you know you have a kid and everything, so you know
Yes.
we're bi, and so we get the best of both worlds. Why limit ourselves? And went to Club Compound. I seen how like with straight night, I mean everything was open. It was beautiful. The girls looked amazing. Everybody dressed up. I was like, oh, this is a really nice experience. And so one of my friends, he said, well, let's go on because I guess it's called First Fridays or something. He said, let's go on one of the gay nights. So we went on a gay night. When I tell you that they had them waiting in line for hours just to get in, they only let it like the popular people get in first. So people.
I hate that.
And
I hate the whole Hollywood hold the line, make it look like it's going crazy on the inside situation. I hate it.
when you looked inside, because we got in because my friend, he kind of knows the promoters and everything. And it was an empty space. It was not a lot of people in there. All the people were outside, and they were making them wait to get in for the anticipation. By the time they got in, I mean, it was like 1, 2 o'clock when they was able to finally get in.
Right.
And the club was going to be closing around 4.
Right.
So I was like, and then on top of that, I didn't like how they treated the clientele, the gay population. It was very nasty. The drinks were overpriced actually, because on straight night, the drinks were not as the same price as it was on the gay night. And I was like, huh, interesting.
Oh, they're more expensive?
They're a little more expensive, and it also
They try it.
The bottom of the there's like different sections of the club. They closed off those sections, and I asked them. I said, "Well, why did y'all close it off?" They said because they said gay people don't know how to act. And it was kind of sad, but it was true out there because I kid you not, probably 30 minutes into it, there was fights already breaking out.
Oh, good.
Beer bottles, wine, everything, people fighting across the floor, and I'm just like, this is so not fun. And I think everybody's trying to be seen on camera. You know, social media really got people feeling themselves when they go to these clubs. So people want to be filmed, fighting and stuff. And I was just like, this is not my scene. I didn't like how the club treated the clientele, and I didn't like how the clientele treated the club. So I said, you know what, this will be my last time going there. I went there in like almost 5, 6 years. Oof. I said I was good on that. But for me, I don't party here because, you know, I usually, I started learning about a little bit of circuit and circuit parties. And I think we'll talk about this more fully in another episode. Circuit was pretty much watered down house music that black people created. And so when you see the DJs up there, it's the same beat, same. And I was just like, I said, y'all listening to this? And then you start to find out that the reason why people can listen to it on the same beat is because they're high on drugs. And I said, no, that's not going to work. I said, y'all need some DJs with some flavor. So when you go to Brazil, people are dancing, they got flavor and everything. You come to a circuit party, and I went to one, and people said, well, you went to Barcelona. I said, let me tell you something. I didn't like how, I didn't like that we did all this promotion. There was hardly any black DJs there, but everybody's playing a Whitney Houston, a Nicki Minaj remix, they're playing all this stuff, but there's no black DJs, there's no black dancers. And then also when you go to those parties, they're very segregated. The Asians hang over here, and the blacks and you got a black and Latino crew, then you have a Latino crew that's like, we're the white Latinos, whatever that means. We're a white Latino, and they hang around the whites, and then you have the all whites, and just hearing a story about it, and I'll tell you about this in another episode, but just hearing the story of why it is the way it is, I'm just like, who wants to be a part of that environment? That's not fun. Right. Brazil, you see men and women, all nationalities, all religions, all different shades of colors. The rhythm of and people been to Carnival, the rhythm of these songs that they do, it's just mind-boggling. They have presentation. They had like pyrotechnics. They had flamethrowers. I was like, all this for the price that we paid? I said, this was amazing. So for me, if it comes down to it, I don't party no more in America. Besides, if I don't get in VIP, you ain't gonna see me there. And it gotta be VIP for free. So that's just that's one of those things. But we do know some people that's starting some up and coming parties. Yes. I know that you said somebody that you know is doing parties. Tell me more about that.
Oh, so we have a mutual friend. His name is Edwin. And if you, I think on his socials, I think it's like Edwin Presents, EDWYNN. And his parties are mostly like for us, the black and the brown people. He plays mostly, well, his DJs play mostly like hip hop, reggae, pop music. And his parties started just like at his house, like near LAX. Him and his boyfriend at the time just started throwing like smaller like events and parties at their house. Like there was like a Christmas party where they decorated everything. There was like snow and everything and stockings and gifts. Like they started off like really well, and they just got a little bit too big for their house. So he started, at first he talked to me. He was like, so I want to like start events. Like, what do you think? Do you think people would like? How much do you think like people would pay to like come to my party, etc.? Like, do you think what kind of venue should I use? So it kind of started there, and then I sent him a couple recommendations. He found some things on his own. He started doing like a few bar takeovers, which started going well, and then he moved into doing like just straight up like just parties where people pay $20, come in, pay for the drinks, all that good stuff. And just recently he had a tribes party, which is, your tribe. So you and your group come dressed either like in the same hue, same color, same vibe. And this particular party, there were tiers. So there was I believe a general admission, which I think was like $20. You go in and, supposedly you're supposed to be able to just pay for your drinks when you get inside. There was another tier, which was, I think, open bar. I think that was like 40 or like $40, and I think maybe when you get there is like $50, like at the door, but like 40 if you purchased ahead of time. So at this particular party, people that said, that the venue was like really cool, really great. I think it was like a warehouse, but there may have been something going on with like the liquor license there because they had to do some kind of separation where they did the open bar separate. So if you just bought a general admission ticket, you either had to have cash to buy your drink or you just couldn't buy drinks. And if you didn't wear a wristband, you couldn't be seen holding a drink. So it was like really one of those like...
That's weird. That's a little too much.
Yeah, it was...
That's too much.
So, I had some people that went, and some people that bought, the open bar ticket, and they had to, wait a bit in line, which is, for me, it's expected. If there's an open bar, you're probably going to be waiting in line. And then there's some people that just bought the general admission ticket and, normal, ready to, pay for drinks with your card, but they couldn't because they only would accept cash at the bar. And there was no ATM in this venue. Again, this is like a warehouse kind of venue. So there's no ATM on the inside and there's no in and outs. But they didn't really explain that to people before they entered. So if you entered and you didn't stop at the ATM first, you're just kind of SOL and just watching people dance and drink. I mean, you're dancing, but you can't enjoy the libations. I mean, not that you need libations to have a good time, but hey, it just makes it all better. So there's, that was kind of like a low and up situation. So maybe he learned from that experience that he had, because his other parties haven't been like that. So.
Yeah, because the other one I've been to, I've been to his house parties, but there was the one that he had did at an actual club.
Yeah.
It was a normal club experience. You can pay with cash or card or all this stuff. He did a very very good job in terms of the presentation.
Right.
There was security there. I was really proud of him because it looked good, it was organized, and there was no fights there. You know, when you're getting a hip hop crowd,
Yeah.
you're kind of on edge. You don't know if it's going to be a fight or a shooting that breaks out. And I'm just keeping it real with people.
Right.
But I said he did a very good job in terms of presentation. Now, for me, the negative side of that was the clientele. When you get the hip hop crowd, you still get kind of, it didn't break out to a fight or anything, but you get that, oh, I'm this, and people doing all that, and I was just like, and this place is not giving me that type of energy, okay, for you to be acting like that.
Right.
And then there was a few people I came with. They came with sweatshorts and stuff, and saggy pants that somebody else I knew invited, and I said, y'all want me to get a sectional with them looking like that? Absolutely not. Not in this lifetime. It won't be happening here. So I said, when I went inside, it was also, the party vibe was not giving sectional. So I was like, okay, this is cute and everything. Then I heard that some people got a sectional because they knew him or something. I said, this is cool and everything. I did my drink and left, but I wouldn't be coming back. But I wish him the best of luck with that.
Yeah.
I really do, because I think that he's doing a good thing.
Yeah.
And so far I heard most good things besides all the changes that's happened, which I think you experienced.
Yeah. So in the nightlife industry, when you're trying to do events, there are some things that you have to kind of go through and experiences. There's some mistakes that you kind of have to make. And just because, there's a bad experience or, mistakes happen, that doesn't mean like the event or the promoter or, establishment is bad. So we just want to point out certain things. So either, hey, we'll probably have Edwin come on and talk about his parties and, even explain some of the roadblocks that he had in the beginning and how it's going now. So if you can, definitely check out Edwin. Again, you spell his name E-D-Y-W. Wait, no. E-D-W-Y-N-N.
We'll have it on the video as well.
We'll
have it
we'll put it below.
We'll have it below for you.
Yes, but yes, I'm very much a nightlife person. I love when people get together and have a good time. Yes, and that's my edition of LA Nightlife.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you're enjoying the show, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can not only be a part of the conversation, but you will also be in the know when we upload new content. Love and light to you all.